AEW just made history and passed up SummerSlam 92 as All In blew past 80,000 tickets, but you'd never know it. Not only is AEW dealing with issues outside of the ring, like CM Punk drama and Cash Wheeler's arrest, but All In has come together like a school project that Tony Khan just remembered he had to turn in the night before. Shit, is Sting doing anything? No? Let's put him in a tag team match. We don't have anything for Kenny Omega yet. Let's just put him in a six-man. The women aren't booked per usual? Okay, just package them together in a four-way. They'll be fine. We can throw together an emergency tournament beforehand. Now just throw half the card in the Stadium Stampede, and finally, for the main event, we'll just trot out our main eventers 2 times in one night, including one on the free pre-show, because screw Mystique. AEW All In was announced in April, which means Tony Khan knew about it probably months in advance, yet it's being booked like one of those bad movies with an ensemble cast. This is the Ocean's 12 of AEW pay-per-views. They should just call this show AEW New Year's Eve, or AEW Valentine's Day. This pay-per-view is in the UK, but instead of being Love Actually, the finished product feels more like Movie 43. Nobody's trying to see MJF and Adam Cole break up anytime soon, but that might be exactly what happens. So All In will be remembered as a pay-per-view that killed the momentum of your biggest draw? I hope not. All In is supposed to be AEW's finest hour, but this company's locker room issues are overshadowing its historic success. More than just about any storyline on this card, I'm interested to know how AEW keeps the peace with CM Punk, the Elite, and all Punk's ops in the same building. Speaking of the AEW locker room, even AEW talent themselves are reportedly frustrated with the lack of planning for what is quickly becoming the world's biggest B show. Just like the original All In, AEW All In will be the biggest non-WWE event of all time. Unlike the original, however, it even broke WWE records. With over 80,000 tickets sold and counting, All In has outpaced SummerSlam 92 and WrestleMania 32. WWE isn't taking this lying down. Not only are they planting the seeds for a WrestleMania in London, they're promoting their 91,000 tickets sold for next year's WrestleMania better than AEW is promoting its 80,000 tickets sold for this week's All In. AEW should be applauded for their ticket sales overseas. AEW apologists tried to pre-apologize for this pay-per-view not selling 80,000 tickets. And it was me who said that Tony Khan's goal for this show the whole time was to break the SummerSlam record. Run the tape.
Let me give you a number. 79,127. That's the number of tickets sold for SummerSlam 92. Every night from now until Cody Mania in August, Tony Khan will be going to sleep dreaming about selling 79,128 tickets. 50,000 would be nice. Hell, 40,000 would be nice. Even 30,000 could be spun into a solid success. But AEW is not trying to sell out 1/3 of a stadium. You don't go to Applebee's with a doggy bag in hand for all the food you're not gonna eat, just like you don't book Wembley Stadium to talk about all the tickets you're not gonna sell. That's a loser mentality. WWE was basically a monopoly before AEW got here. So the idea of AEW's very existence is crazy. And that happened. So who the hell is to say they can't sell out Wembley Stadium other than everybody in wrestling and their own self-defeated fan base? Excuses aside, Tony Khan will leave no stone unturned trying to come as close to that 90,000 as possible, no matter how toxic these stones are. Because this pay-per-view isn't half in, it's all in.
Let's go! And even though I said this wasn't half in, AEW really has half-assed the build to this pay-per-view, most of which was done on an overbooked episode of Dynamite last week. No match on this card feels special, with the exception of MJF versus Adam Cole, and AEW is going to sacrifice some of that mystique by booking its 2 hottest stars on the pre-show. I'm sure there's a plan for these two that'll keep people engaged throughout the show, but if the plan is to have MJF and Cole break up somehow, they would have made their biggest mistake on their biggest show. All In will be a spectacle to see live, so let's try to get excited about something on this pay-per-view with some fake stipulations. MJF and Adam Cole versus Aussie Open will kick off 0 Hour for the ROH tag titles. At stake whether or not you care about the ROH tag titles. Because if MJF and Adam Cole lose, it'll be like those titles never existed. FTR versus the Young Bucks in a King of the Road match, we all know why. Special guest booker is CM Punk, because I'm not all the way convinced he's gonna allow his boys to drop the titles to the Young Bucks. A women's fatal four-way where all 4 women sign that poster about how AEW needs to book the women's division better. The sign will be raffled off after Saraya wins. Why not? It's the UK. Darby Allin and Sting versus a Mogul Embassy in a coffin match. No, coffin spelled C-O-U-G-H-I-N, because Sting will be coughing up blood after whatever crazy bump he decides to take at age 64. Pray for Sting. The Golden Elite versus Bullet Club Gold in a panhandling match. Special guest referee Goldust, copyrights be damned. If the Golden Elite win, not only are they unbanned from Collision, but they get to dress in CM Punk's private locker room, and they get to split his toy sales 3 ways. The Stadium Stampede match is sure to get a lot of time, but if it doesn't finish in under 30 minutes, they go to penalty kicks. Chris Jericho versus Will Ospreay in a Please Don't Die Invitational. CM Punk versus Samoa Joe for the Real World Championship. If Joe wins, he'll spray paint the title to look like Sweet Tooth. And MJF versus Adam Cole in the main event where Roderick Strong will be doing guest commentary in a body cast. There's got to be at least one major surprise appearance on this show, and I guess it's going to be Bret Hart, who will be paid handsomely to say that this is the most people he's ever seen at Wembley Stadium in his life. This will bring out Goldberg, who spears Bret Hart, ending his career all over again. Are you looking forward to AEW All In? Tell me in the comments!